I just got off the phone with a detective a little bit ago, and I found out that they will not be pursuing charges against the person who um, I told no, and I told I do not want to do anything tonight or today. And I was 18 and they were 23, and they locked my dabs or my marijuana in a locked safe while we were in their apartment. And um, they controlled, like, when I could smoke and when I could drink, because they were 23 and I was 18 and I was also underage. And anyway, I told this person I didn't want to do anything one of these nights when we were dating. I mean, we were dating, but. And he asked me if I wanted to drink because he knows that that makes me feel better and that makes me feel whatever. I said, like, I don't know, maybe. And we kind of like moved on. Later, he pulled out a bottle of Crown Royale that he had, one of those square bottles. And he encouraged me to drink it. He said that he doesn't like it and he said I could have it. And so I drank it all. And then, because I drank it all, I asked him, like, can I please have my dabs? Because why not? Like, I'm already like this. So he got them out. And I did a couple dabs. And then he asked me one last time if I would have sex with him and if I wanted to have sex. And I said no still, even with the alcohol and even with the dabs. Because I didn't want to. And so he was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Because if you don't, I'm going to jack off then. So he did. Because I didn't want to. And then the next morning, I woke up and there's blood all over the sheets and all over in our bed. And I asked him if we had done it, and he was like, well, yeah. Because you started asking me to, you started begging me to, you wouldn't let me not do it. And so I reported that, and the way that it is framed in the report, it's that I wasn't sure if I gave consent or not. Like, I wasn't really sure if I gave consent. And I said no. I said no, but then after I basically blacked out, because I don't remember what happened, I don't know what happened. He claims that I begged him to fuck me. But the fact that there was blood and the fact that I had said no right up to the point where I blacked out, like, I don't know, but he claims. And so anyway, this person was interviewed by them, and he told them that his stance was like, he knew that there was alcohol consumption and that there was marijuana consumption, but that's all he would say. He didn't want to talk about anything any further. And so I asked them, like, okay, so did you double down and ask him, like, did you supply him with the alcohol? Did you buy him the alcohol? And the detective was like, well, no, I didn't. And I was like, why would you not ask that? And the detective was like, well, we can't make someone who doesn't want to talk to us. And I was like, yeah, but you can ask the question and then, like, make him, like, that's the, you're asking him a question. He can. So anyway, this person was a juvenile corrections officer for the county back when I was 18 and we were dating. Now at this point, I'm 23 and he's, 28-ish. I tried to report this back in 2023, and I had told the officer back then that I was nervous that I might face, because now he is a corrections officer for the regular jail, not the juvie. He's been a corrections officer for a while. And he was a patrolling officer for, like, outside for a year too. So which is like a public record thing. Like, I only know that because it's, like, available, like, to see who is, like, whose job and everything for the county and for the police department. So, and of course I'm going to be concerned about someone who I've had these experiences with being in that position in my community. So yeah. Anyway, I tried to report it back in 2023, and I had said I'm nervous about facing retaliation from the police department if there are people who are willing to do that kind of thing, or if there is any corruption. I didn't say the police department is corrupt and all that. I said I'm really scared coming forward and whatever. But and I did, like, cuss a couple times. Like, I said I'm really fucking scared, you know? But in the report, the officer back then claims that there are phone calls that he made to me that never happened, because I only had, like, 2 conversations with this detective. One, the day after I, like, reported it to an officer and finally, like, decided to come forward. And then another, like, very shortly after that, like, another day after that. And I never once cussed at him. I never once got angry with him. But in the report back in 2023, he claims that I didn't want to have a recorded interview, which I had been, like, waiting for a while for them to get back to me to have me come in for a recorded interview, but I felt, like, nervous, so I never really did anything after a while. Like, I felt like I just had to give up. So, I'm learning now that in the report, the officer claims that I cussed him out, and I told him that the police department's corrupt, and I know that they're not going to charge this person. They're not going to do anything about it. And that's not what I said. I said I'm scared that that was going to happen. I'm scared to come forward because I'm scared of that kind of possibility. I didn't say that, like, you know, what I said and the way that it spun is not the same. And of course, at first they were like, well, we should have recordings. We should have, like, whatever of those phone calls. Or at the very least, like, the transcripts. And then they came back and they're like, actually, it's been so long, like, we don't keep stuff like that. From 2023, that was only 2023. It's only 2025. So that wasn't even that long ago. And so I'm asking, like, okay, what can I do about the way that this has been handled? Because, like, I really just don't feel right about it. And they basically are telling me that they don't know. Like, the detective literally told me at this point, like, well, we're closing the case, and, I mean, I don't know. Like, you can talk with the DA's office about their decision, and I'm like, no, at this point, I'm not trying to talk about the decision. I'm trying to talk about the misconduct, like, the way that I feel that this was handled very badly. Like, I can't even say everything I want to say. I can't give every detail. I'm going to leave something out no matter what, so I just want to say this. I know that the world isn't fair, but I am so mad right now. I'm so frustrated. Like, people protecting people who shouldn't be protected, like, I'm really sick of there being people who face accountability and have, you know, to answer to things, and people who just can do the most awful things and just get away with it and then like even hold positions of authority and positions of power, and I just I have to go to work now, but I don't know. I'm not I'm not gonna let it eat at me. I guess I'm gonna try to just move on, but I didn't know what else to do other than to make a little video. So I guess that's what I did, and now I have to go to work. Um, I think I might make like a more in-depth video explaining things a bit better and whatever, but for now, like, I just wanted to get this off my chest, I suppose. Like, I'm so frustrated. I tried to report it back in 2023, and like, there are phone calls on the whatever you call it record that they have on there that they say happened, that the previous detective says happened between him and I, that did not happen. And so like I even said to the detective I was talking to now, like, unless the claim is that there was like phone calls made to me and then a voicemail was left, like, we'd never had another conversation. So unless like they're claiming there's voicemails or something that I missed, there's a straight up lie on the report. And the detective was just like, I mean, at this point we don't have record of it. Like, if you want to talk to our supervisor, you can talk to our supervisor. Yeah. Okay, so you guys can investigate yourselves and find no wrongdoing. Of course, yeah. So, like, and I said that, and he just was like, well, that's what I have. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know. I don't know at this point if I'm going to schedule a meeting with the DA and like talk to them at all, or if I'm just going to like move on and just accept that this is the way it is and just accept the situation. It doesn't affect me anymore. Like, it's not. I don't know how to explain it, because like, while I'm not in that situation, that person can't ever do anything to me again. Like, it just doesn't feel right that it's just not taken care of, in my opinion. Like, it's not about vengeance. It's not like I really just want to ruin his life or anything, but it's just more about like, I don't think that other people would like get away with that kind of thing. I don't think that the behavior was correct. Like, my stuff was literally locked in a safe and controlled, and then like he would give it to me when he wanted to get what he wanted. I don't see how that's not coercion. And I don't see how like someone like him is fit to do what he does, and like, it just really bothers me. But I gotta go to work, so bye.